Hey guys, welcome to this extract from my online membership, Ashtanga Decoded, Everyday Essentials. I hope you enjoy the class. Hey guys, welcome back to Ashtanga Decoded, and in this week's class I'm going to go through a Everyday Essentials routine. Somebody recommended that I do a longer form Everyday Essentials because they've been following along to my routine that's on YouTube, but that's from over 10 years ago. And I thought, yeah, it's a good idea just to have it here. Although we have done this sequence in various forms throughout the course, but we just put it here, especially since now we've finished with Kapotasana, Bakasana B, etc. So we've got a couple of easy poses this week. We've got Bharadvajasana and Ardha Matsyendrasana before we then go into another very difficult part of the sequence with the legs behind the head. And this sequence actually today, the Everyday Essentials, is going to be very important for the leg behind the head poses. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So the way that I usually begin my mornings is actually the first thing I do now is I go straight to this variation of Gomukhasana. Okay, I find that stretching the hips passively like this straight away releases my lower back stiffness in the morning. Okay, so I start here, just sitting, trying to get a good upright posture. And then from here, we can also stretch forward. But what I like to do is go first into a twist. And in this twist, I'm going to protract this shoulder. And at the same time, I'm pushing my elbow against my knee. And this really helps to get more rotation through the upper back. The hand that's behind, I'm going to retract that shoulder blade. Okay, so I just start here with the twist and then add in the neck rotation as well. And then looking back the other direction. You can even get a little side stretch through the neck here as well. So go to one side, drop the ear towards the shoulder, and then the other way, pull the ear away from the shoulder. So already just here you've got some side flexion of the neck. You've also got rotation of the neck. From there into the side bend, so reaching out in line with the hip. Feeling this opening angle stretch through the side of the body, a shortening on this side, so lengthening through the side. And then you can either just bring the hand behind the head, fingertips touching, and then pull the elbow back. So this will help to really open the chest. And then from there, straighten the arm. Or you could bring it out in front and across the body like this, and then rotate the chest up. Up to you, you can play around. With the hand that's on the floor and pressing down and away, this helps to increase the contraction through the shortening side and to lengthen through the opening angle side. You can also bring the elbow down to the floor. I'm elevating and externally rotating, and then I can do a neck circle here, so looking down to the floor, then bring chin into chest, then looking up under the armpit, and then tracing the chin, the nose, the eyes, looking to the hand, and then coming down, looking down, reversing the neck position, and then releasing the arm. And all that time, what I'm also getting is a stretch on the TFL, the tensor fasciae latae, on the bottom leg. Okay. You could also twist, do side bend to the other side here. And also rotate to the other side. And then from there, taking the hands back, behind, on the fingertips, retracting and depressing the shoulder blades, lifting the chest, almost trying to create that C back shape. So trying to go into an anterior pelvic tilt, lifting the chest, sliding the chin back, getting that good lift up through the sternum, thoracic extension, and then from there, stretching the throat forward, chin up. So get a good opening angle stretch through the throat, through the neck. And then bringing the chin back to the chest. Okay, so basically moving the spine through the 4 directions: flexion, extension, and then rotation and side flexion. We could say 6 directions because you've got rotation right, rotation left, side bend right, side bend left. Then from there, I'm going to do a few arm stretches. So first one, bringing the opposite arm to the leg that's on top, the opposite arm across the body, and then just feeling that nice opening angle stretch through the deltoid, through the side of the shoulder. And doing a little isometric contraction, little PNF, so pushing the elbow and the hand against each other. And then I try to do a passive range hold, so I release the bottom hand but hold the position. Then from there, I go into this eagle type pose, Garudasana type position of the arms. So if you are not able to hold the hands, then you would just be like this. But if you can hold the hand, it's a really nice way to also work on external rotation bias here. So essentially I've adducted the shoulder and put it into external rotation. And then from there, I can start working my isometric, so pushing the hands against each other. Also, you can think about protracting, so shoulder blades spread apart, elbows go forward, and then lifting the elbows up. And then release. And then we're going to take the right arm back into internal rotation behind the back, like preparing for reverse prayer, namaste. And then just do a few shoulder circles here. Maybe 3 in one direction, 3 in the opposite direction. And then start to walk your hand a little bit further up. You can even use the other hand to help. You want to try to get that hand coming nice and close to the shoulder blade. And then we just breathe into it. You can do an isometric here by pressing the hand against the back. Okay, and then release. And then you're going to take your left arm up, or the opposite hand to the leg that's on top, and do your tricep stretch. So you're going to be pushing your elbow against your hand. So you've got the isometric here. You can also do an external rotation bias by grabbing the forearm, and then with this hand you're going to pull the elbow in and the hand goes out, so you're going to external rotation. And then at the same time now you're going to do an isometric, so you're going to be pushing the hand as if you're attempting to internally rotate. A little bit tricky to understand, but if you can, it's a nice one. And then we'll try to connect the dots, so then try to bring the hands together behind the back. If that's not possible, then you could hold a strap. If you're able to do it, you could either think about bringing that elbow in, or you could even bring it behind the head, get more of a stretch, and then do an isometric here by pushing the elbow forward and the head back. And then release. Meanwhile, your hips have been in that position for a long time, so should be feeling nice and starting to loosen up a little bit. If you need to, shake them out. Otherwise, we're going to just change sides. So yeah, sometimes people comment on the foot position. So yeah, you can, if you want to, make it really like the traditional Gomukhasana, bringing the feet all the way back. So yeah, you could do it like that if that feels fine for you. But this is not really the traditional pose, so I just do it like this. I find this gives me the release of the lower back and the hip that I'm looking for. Okay, so we could flex the spine here, but usually I'll just go straight into the rotational element. So again, bring the arm across, protract, depression, and then push the arm against the elbow, the arm against the knee. The trailing arm, retract and depress, really lift the chest, and then add in the rotation, twisting, looking over the shoulder. And then looking forward. And then you can also lift the the ear away from the trailing shoulder, getting a nice side stretch. And then do the opposite, lifting the ear away from the leading shoulder. You can just play with the angles, feel where you get the best stretch. Then from there, going into our side bend, bring the hand out, pushing it down and away, shortening that side and lengthening the opposite side, so feeling the opening angle stretch. You can either bring the hands, fingertips behind the head, open the chest, shoulder, then straighten the arm, or bring the arm in front with protraction, external rotation, past the face, and then twist and bring the arm up past the face. Then you can either stay here with the arm straight or bend the elbow. And then I like to protract and elevate, so I really get as much side stretch as possible. You can even flip the hand this way, so the hand's facing up to the ceiling. See if that feels like you get more of a side stretch. Then the neck, we bring the chin into the throat and then up under the armpit, then stretch away, looking along the arm to the hand. And then reverse it, so you're getting your neck circles in at the same time. And come up. You could, if you wanted to, twist, rotate to the other side. You could also side bend again to the other side, even if it's briefly. Then taking the hands back behind you, shoulder blades down and back, create that C back, so push the chest forward, pubic bone down, and then slide the chin back, lift the sternum, and then stretch the throat forward, chin up. And then bring the chin back down to that Jalandhara Bandha type position. And then release, and then we go into the shoulder stretching series. So we bring the arm across the body. Feel that nice opening angle stretch through the external rotators, through the rotator cuff, the side of the shoulder. Then start your isometric, pushing the elbow against the hand. And then release, and then go into your either Garudasana or in the intermediate series, this is the Vatayanasana position. And we're biasing external rotation. Push your shoulder blades forward, lift the elbows up, and then press the hands against each other. And then release. And then taking your left arm back into internal rotation and just walking it up the back. And then you can do your isometric here if it feels okay, pressing the hand against the back. You can even think about pulling the elbow back behind you. And then releasing. Then we go into our tricep stretch. And then your isometric here is to push the elbow against the hand. So I like to just do these small activations, nothing too intense. So I'm not doing the ramping up to 80, 90% and all that kind of stuff. I'm just doing activations, just waking things up. And at the same time, getting the nervous system primed. Okay, and then from there we can go into that external rotation bias. So you're going to use the thumb, wrap it around the forearm, and now, so basically you're doing this. So you're going to external rotation bias as you take the arm back. And then from there, the isometric is to try to internally rotate. So pushing the forearm against the thumb. And then release, and now let's try to connect the dots, taking the left arm back, if you can, hands together. I saw a good post the other day by a fitness trainer who's like showing this movement. Is like, if you stop being able to do this, and then if you don't do it, 1 week turns into a month turns into a year turns into a few years, and then at a certain point you just never be able to do it again. So you need to stay on top of it, basically. If you're okay, you can bring your elbow behind your head and do your isometric. And then release, and legs should be feeling pretty good. Maybe a bit sore, maybe shake out the legs a little bit. And then we'll just continue with the external rotation theme. So we do our cross legs like this, remembering to try to create a nice shape here, getting onto the front edge of the sit bones, and basically the ankle comes under the knee, and then that foot comes in front of that knee, rather than bringing both feet in close like this. This way we'll get a better stretch on the hips. And then we can either just go forward or do some reaches, which I like to do. So stretching out to the side, and then just spending a few moments exploring. You know, even here you can do your side bend, your rotation, your back bend extension, rotation, side bend, and into your flexion. And then we come up, cross the legs the other way, and same thing again. We want to make sure we're getting onto the front edge of the sit bones, getting a good anterior pelvic tilt. So go forward, and then reaching out to the sides. And again, you could do your side bend, rotation, back bend, rotation, side bend, into your flexion. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the class. If you'd like to dive deeper into my teaching and my online membership, Ashtanga Decoded, then check the link in the description, and I hope to see you there.